Hi, Mr. Devlin here, and today I'm here to ask NWI to be more transparent with the console players and us PC players. I want to talk specifically about microtransactions. Firstly, I want to make it perfectly clear that I've supported this game from day one. I've always loved the game. I'm just not happy about the direction that NWI are going with the game just recently and what they plan to do in the future. I know my name's been discussed, I've been told, and it's been discussed by people I actually know. Not in a good way most of the time, but that doesn't bother me. People who know me, it doesn't bother me. Like I say, I've supported this game, still love the game, but I need to say it as it is. I don't have any sort of relationship with NWI or anyone who's involved with Insurgency Sandstorm. Therefore, from me, you will get the truth. So if you want no nonsense, truthful information about Insurgency Sandstorm, be it on the PC or the up and coming console release, this is a place you should be. I won't give you bullshit. Anyway, let's get on to the subject I want to talk about. Now, NWI have announced that they are going to implement microtransactions within the game. There's a couple of arguments here, and I want to give the reasons first why they're implementing microtransactions, and then give my honest opinions about it. The first reason they gave was putting microtransactions in the game will benefit because it will extend the actual life of the game, and it'll create revenue to support the game in the future. I'm totally happy with that. Totally understand it. This is what a business should do. Look to the future. They obviously want to extend the life of the game, and for players who love the game, that's an excellent thing. So NWI, tell me why you're charging us $34.99 for the console release in the UK, $39.99 in the USA, and $60 in Australia. Tell us why you're trying to charge nearly AAA prices for an independent game if you're adding microtransactions. Most of the games that are successful that are adding microtransactions are free. So how come, or how can you justify taking that money off the console players who've been waiting all this time for the game and then adding microtransactions? Your argument doesn't stand up. If the game was free and all you had was microtransactions, this would support future development of the game. But no, you are charging premium prices and also adding microtransactions. You need to be transparent. If that is the actual reason why you're charging premium prices for the game and microtransactions, then you have to give us a timescale of how long you are going to support this game. Is it going to be for 12 months? Is it going to be for 2 years? Is it going to be for 5 years? Again, let me reiterate, you have to be transparent. You also say another reason is being that it's critical for yourselves to explore how to best incorporate recurrent revenue as a means of removing stress from the development team, as well as to ensure that you can create the types of content that you currently aren't able to create with the team that you have at the moment. Well, I'm really sorry that your team is stressed out and you need to employ other people. So why don't you just take lots of money off your future gamers that are going to be playing your game by putting microtransactions in it and charging premium prices? See where I'm going with this? When the game was first released, it wasn't in a good state. I've done that, I'm not going over it, but the content was brilliant. You were giving us lots of content. We were having great times with the game because you were drip feeding us new maps, new content, etc, etc. What's the problem now? Why is it so different now? If you would have just stayed to what you were doing at the beginning, regarding content, then we would have been happy. The content just stopped. That's not because you didn't have the team to do it, because you did it previously. So that's a sort of bullshit sort of reason why. It's all down to money. It's all, for me, down to greed. You can't grow too fast if you haven't got the revenue. I understand that. Well, don't grow too fast. Just go to your old ethics of how you used to run your game and build from there. Build at a steady pace. The money will come if you give us better games and better content. But no, it seems that your solution to this is just whapping on microtransactions. So let's get on to the actual customization itself as the second reason you gave. You explained that the microtransactions were going to be for customizations only. I'm alright with that. But like I said, it's got to be authentic. Now, a lot of people out there will say, well, Devlin, if you don't like microtransactions, you don't have to purchase them. That is totally true. But should I, as a game I love and a game I play because it's a hardcore shooter, be subjected to, that's probably the best word, subjected to someone else running about with a pink weapon or something like a luminous green jacket when that's not the game I want to play? Your argument might be, Devlin, look, they'll never do that. NWI wouldn't do that to this game. It's not that type of game. The thing is, we don't know they're not going to do it. What if they bring out, say, for argument's sake, a limited edition skin for the AK-47 and it's a really brash leopard skin print with pink and bright green and it sells really well? They make lots of money off it. That'd be absolutely great for them because they would throw out loads and loads of different skins in that sort of same attitude. If people buy it, they're going to sell it because they're going to make money. See, this is my problem. This is not the reason I bought this game. Now, again, I'll reiterate, if they make the skins and the customizations authentic and real to life, then I'm happy. I'm not even overly offended by having like gold and silver weapons, but I just don't want this to become stupid. So NWI, people want you to be transparent. I'm going to finish off the video by pinpointing one or two things I've said in the video, and these are the things I am sure people out there want to know the answers to. The first one is, how can you justify charging nearly AAA prices for the up-and-coming console release? There's a lot of people out there that want to know the answer to this question. So, another question that I need to ask you, why are you stating that one of the things you are doing the microtransactions for is so that you can extend the development of the game and give us new and better content? When there has been no new content, even the mod support that you've let people have, that's not you giving the content, that is you letting the community supply content for us. You are suggesting that you probably need a bigger team to give us content. I don't see the issue. I don't see why we should do that or why you have to do that. If in the beginning when the console, when the PC version was released, you were giving us content, we were enjoying the game and you were having a team that was the size that you maybe have got it now. I know you've probably employed more people since the release of the game, but why do you have to charge this money or implement microtransactions so that you can give us more content? Recently, we've not had any. Before, when the game was initially released in the first 6 months or so, we were getting content. I don't understand your argument. Also, there's another thing that people need to know, especially the console players, because they're going to be joining or jumping on the boat in August, is you need to be transparent about what sort of frame rate they're going to get. And you also need to let us see some actual console gameplay. This is getting the console players who are considering buying this game very worried. We need to know that you're going to give console players more than 30 frames per second. If you're not, again, be transparent. Tell them that they're not going to get any more than 30 frames per second, because I don't think they are. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, press that bell icon and tick it so you get notifications about when we're uploading new videos. And this is Mr. Devlin. waiting for NWI to be transparent. Out. Wow, that nearly got me.